Good morning and welcome to Mornings on Main Street. For this Monday, the 19th of June, I'm your host, Stefanie Miller. Thanks so much for joining us here this morning. We're going to be talking about dental care and how it is said to be the greatest unmet health care need facing individuals with intellectual disabilities. Delta Dental of Tennessee is changing that with a new program that will get started in January of 2024. In this new program, those with special intellectual disabilities will have enhanced benefits. And in addition to that, healthcare providers will have additional training. This was all announced at a press conference on Saturday here at First Horizon Park, where you had Delta Dental of Tennessee on hand, as well as Special Olympics of Tennessee representatives, and then, of course, reps from the Nashville Sound. So today we get to hear from the CEO of Delta Dental of Tennessee on what he has seen when it comes to those with intellectual disabilities and the care that they need to get with healthcare providers. We'll hear from the Health and Fitness Director of Special Olympics of Tennessee. In addition to that, we'll hear from the mom of the Special Olympics of Tennessee ambassador. She shares with us the struggles that she has gone through in finding proper healthcare providers that truly understand the need of those with special disabilities or intellectual disabilities. And then at the end of the show today, I have the treat of introducing you to the Special Olympics of Tennessee ambassador, AJ Lawhorn. But before all of that, let's get a check of our headlines and see what's ahead there in our papers. A combined 3% increase in undergraduate tuition and mandatory fees will begin at Austin Peay State University in the fall semester of 2023. In a message to the campus community delivered in May, Austin Peay's president said many of our costs are increasing at a rate far above this. Salaries, maintenance, supply costs, and service contracts are among the expenses that are increasing with inflation. Now you can read so much more by going to mainstreetclarksville.com. In the special nature of the audience at Bonnaroo, old and new organizations are turning to that event simply to educate all the others in attendance. Organizations include groups focused on political action and LGBTQ advocacy, but also Habitat for Humanity, the Human Rights Campaign, sexual harassment prevention training, and other groups are also represented and have been at Bonnaroo this past weekend. Now, you can learn so much more about the conversations that were had there at Bonnaroo by going to mainstreetnashvilletn.com. Middle Tennessee State University students have also been busy the past few days. They are working the live television production duties of 25 performances at Bonnaroo that will be featured on the popular streaming service of Hulu. Now, in addition to students from MTSU School of Journalism and Strategic Media, they also filed daily stories and photos of things going on there at Bonnaroo. I know all of those students and the faculty on hand. I know they're making MTSU extremely proud. Getting a look at the pictures that the MTSU students took by going to murfreesboropost.com. All right, let's get a check of our forecast now and what's ahead of us this week, because something tells me there is rain for us. But of course, our friends at Tennessee Valley Weather will let us know in full what our forecast looks like.
Interesting forecast in store for the Tennessee Valley. We've got the system wrapping around here. That's the weather maker for the next several days. You can see it's almost like an inland hurricane. It's just rotating, and we're getting these wraparound showers and storms as it continues to rotate south through the Tennessee Valley and kind of just meanders over the next several days. That's the weather maker that we have in store for this week. Next chances of rain pretty much throughout the next several days. I don't think we're going to let those rain chances go pretty much throughout the week, though they do start to taper off just a little bit as we get a little bit more mild towards the end of the week. Like I said, interesting forecast, especially for this time of year. And I think we do keep those rain chances each day, even if they are a little bit lower by the end of the week.
Welcome back. We have Dr. Phil Wenk with us from Delta Dental. Always good to see you.
Great to see you in person this time.
Yes, in person, and for a great reason. Again, talking about the expansion of giving access to those with some sort of intellectual disability when it comes to dental care.
Right.
How important is that, first off, from your standpoint?
Well, it's incredibly important because if you really think what's happened is these people have been ostracized. So what happens is they get pushed to maybe somebody like a pediatric dentist that'll take them. And there's only so many spaces in that pediatric dentist's day to take care of everything they need to do. The other thing they do is they push a lot of these children into hospitals. So they go in, they have to be put to sleep, they have to wake them up, you have to go through whatever procedure you're going to do. Some of these procedures are 20 minutes. You know, you don't put somebody to sleep for 20 minutes.
Right.
You know, so it's disheartening that we haven't faced this sooner. But I think what we'll find is with the extra training, with the fact that we're going to cover this expense, so there's no cost to them for the dentist to, matter of fact, we're going to incentivize them to do this, which is good. And when you do things like that, then dentists are going to say, well, okay, well, let's figure out how to do this.
Right. This isn't something that comes about overnight. Where did this conversation get started, and how did you guys navigate through that to get to this point?
I think it is a step-by-step thing, and you know, you don't make major changes to your benefits without looking at what that's going to cost and all this stuff. It's a pretty innocuous cost for us, but it's still a cost. You have to think of that because we have groups that we cover that are, you know, where'd this money go? You know,
yeah.
That's the first thing. So they're all into it. I mean, they're ready. I think the other part of this is how do you get to the point of encouraging the dentist to take this on? You have a financial incentive. That's the first thing. Most dentists would want to do this. I mean, they would want to do this. So the other thing is we're going to offer that free training, online training for them to be able to say, here's the way I do it. So instead of just pushing a young person out like, well, AJ that you saw, I can tell you AJ would be no problem in a dental chair, none. And so, but people have this stigma about young people or adults that have special needs and think, I can't do that. And you can do that.
Is there anything that I haven't asked you that you think is important to share, especially for those maybe that might be in the dental industry who want to help out?
Well, I think the critical thing is that training has to begin at the dental schools. Okay. There is no curricula that says special needs. And if you listen to what I said today, I said UT College of Dentistry has built an entire wing that's dedicated to special needs, and every young person that goes through the dental school now will have to matriculate through there. So there you go.
Thank you so much.
Always
for
a pleasure
your time.
to see. Nice to see you in person.
Nice to see you too. Stick with us. We have more coming up here Mornings on Main Street after this.
Thank you.
There's a lot to consider when it comes to choosing a Medicare plan. That's where Health Markets Insurance Agency can help. Independent licensed insurance agents who work with Health Markets can answer your questions about the different parts of Medicare, when you can enroll, benefits, costs, and more. Speak to a local licensed insurance agent today to get started on your Medicare journey.
I'm so excited about this new show.
Dino Trek is back again this year. It's bigger than we've ever had it before.
When they're about 5 months old, we'll start seeing them sticking their head out of the pouch, or you might see a foot come out or a tail.
It's like an Airbnb for Joey's. Now, you're not going to see all three of them together because cats in general don't get along unless it's time to get along, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Lions and tigers and bears.
Oh, my.
Well, we're 2/3 of the way there. It's animals, nature, and fun. That's what we're all about. But during that time, we hope that you also learn something, that you're inspired to want to learn something.
What's new at the zoo with Jim Bartu.
Catch At the Zoo exclusively on Main Street Media TV. Check our on-screen TV guide for days and times.
Music City will be rocking June 23rd through the 25th with a different sound. The sound of NASCAR. The Ally 400 is back at Nashville Superspeedway, and this year, it's a night race. NASCAR in Nashville. It's guitars and fast cars under the lights. Visit NashvilleSuperspeedway.com to get your tickets today for the triple header weekend.
So we're at First Horizon Park. An announcement was recently made that there would be more access, expanding access of care for individuals with special needs. We want to know how important that is, and we have the perfect person to share this with us. We have Natalie Kamau with us. She is the Health and Fitness Director for Special Olympics of Tennessee. First off, Natalie, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for having us.
What does this announcement mean for those who may not be aware of the significance of it? What does it do for those with special needs?
Yes, so individuals with special needs historically have had a lot more higher risk for disparities, health disparities. And so Special Olympics Tennessee is not just a sports first organization. We also offer free health screenings in over 7 different disciplines. We provide One Being Special Smiles, which is an oral health comprehensive screening and an education opportunity to teach them how to learn how to take care of their teeth, as well as healthy habits as well. In addition, we've been able to basically screen over thousands of athletes in the last few years, provide them the needed information, referral network, as well as partner with the university to offer free medical intervention on site. That university is Meharry School of Dentistry here in Nashville, Tennessee. And so now we're able to screen at our competitions and then provide follow-up intervention right after.
What was the process before this? If this hasn't been available until now, how did this work for those who may need it?
So a lot of times you'll see this population kind of age out of their dental coverage when they're in TennCare and when they're younger. And then a lot of them really don't have a provider that maybe is skilled in working with this population. And so what you'll see is a lot of individuals just don't go. Or they're not getting that regular dental checkup like usually we are all recommended to get every 6 months or a year.
Right.
Which is very sad because then you start seeing their health decline because we all know that in the mouth is where a lot of where our health resides. And so when they're not getting that intervention and they're not being checked on regularly by individuals who can work with this population and kind of meet them where they are, especially because a lot of our athletes and individuals may not be comfortable enough to walk in and see a doctor like that. And so I think that we've created an atmosphere where it's fun. They come and compete. They come and get to be with university students and medical providers in a very relaxed, comfortable environment to then get the screening and possibly get intervention if they need it.
I do want to kind of expand on the skill part of it. Because again, for those listening, they're like, well, why do you need to have that skill to be able to work with this particular population? Expand on that a little bit more.
So one of the things that we do with our program is we educate students and we educate other medical professionals that are dentists how to work with individuals with disabilities when it comes to oral health care. And I think that that's an area where a lot of medical providers are not getting that education in school. And when they don't get that education, it may be a comfort thing to take on those clients. And some of those clients might need sedation in order to actually receive the intervention. So if we can really teach individual dentists and medical hygienists, dental hygienists, to go through these trainings to learn how to work with this population, modify, create a different kind of an environment if there's a sensory need, then you'll start seeing better carryover as far as health and as far as dental habits and all that kind of stuff. So that's kind of a little bit about like the backside of it.
So the access, this is going to change some lives.
Yes, it will. A lot of lives.
Is there anything, Natalie, that I haven't asked you yet that you'd want to share with those who might be watching?
I think you did a really good job asking all the questions. I think we just hope that with Delta Dental's release of what is to come, that we would be able to empower more providers, dental providers, the skills and the resources to meet those athletes' needs or those individual population needs. So,
what I'm going to go ahead and share, if you have a chance to ever volunteer with the Special Olympics, it will not be, you will not regret it. It is one of the most beautiful things to be a part of. So Natalie, thank you for your time. Thank you for what you do. When we come back, we're going to hear from a mother of a Special Olympian. She's not only a mother, but a guardian for 2 incredible athletes out there. So we get to hear from her, and then later on, we'll hear from this Special Olympics of Tennessee ambassador. And he's someone you're going to want to meet. And let me tell you, he's a good golfer as well. Stick with us. We have more coming up on Mornings on Main Street right after this.
Vroom, vroom. Time for the Rackley Roofing 200, and it is going to be June 23rd out at the Nashville Super Speedway. And we partnered up, all of us here at Main Street Media TV, and we have joined with Rackley Roofing to send you. Yep, what you got to do to win? All you got to do is go to your favorite Main Street Media website, look for the Enter to Win banner, click there, and you're in. Like Flynn. Isn't that cool? Main Street Media TV and Rackley Roofing sending you to the races.
Tired of hanging lights every year? We get it. That's why Southern Nights is here to help. We install programmable lighting on your home or business so you can enjoy beautiful, customizable lighting all year round. No more ladders, tangled lights, or cold nights outside. We do the work, you do the celebrating. Call Southern Nights today and take the hassle out of holiday lighting forever. For a free quote, give us a call at 931-241-3074 or visit our Facebook page at Southern Nights.
Welcome back to Today's Better Health. I'm Colleen Barton, and I'm here with Dr. Gil Kentoff and Dr. Wendy Toohey, and we're talking about the latest treatments in back and neck pain.
Many people, Colleen, come to see us with neck and back pain, and they develop tingling and numbness down the arm or lower back pain that develops into sciatica shooting down their leg. And for these patients, we have an advanced treatment technology, non-surgical decompression therapy that we really introduced to this area. It separates the vertebrae and creates a suction to allow fluids and nutrients back in to heal the disc naturally, relieving pressure on the nerve and on the joint. It's an amazing treatment.
We've been helping patients like this for the last 30 years, helping them get back to work, get back to their family, get back to the life they want to live.
I mean, it really is amazing. Technology helping us to live pain-free and better lives.
Right.
And I bet you have a special offer.
The first 25 callers will receive an examination, x-rays, review of our findings, and their first treatment, all for $39.
Call 615-551-3897 today to receive this special offer.
Welcome back to Mornings on Main Street. So as we've talked about expanding the access of care to individuals with special needs, we are talking now with a mom and guardian, Shirley Lawhorn. We'll hear from her son just a little bit later. But first off, Shirley, thank you so much for talking with me.
Oh, thank you.
But share with all of us how important it is to expand on the care for those with special needs.
People need to sit back, understand them, take time with them, and get to know them. Anybody can have a special need at any time in their family. Most people think that they're born that way. No, they're not. They're not. Anything can happen. I love mine. I love them all. I guess I attract everybody.
You have that loving heart.
They all want to come and stay with me. When we take trips, they always want to be with me. So I love it, and I love seeing them out in the community. This is something they never got to do back in the 70s, 60s. They were always locked away. And now to see them out in the community, watching them work, it's great. It's great.
Well, share with us kind of like your time with Special Olympics, or how long how you're connected with Special Olympics in that organization.
Well, I started working with the special needs back in early 70s, working in the prisons with them. Well, that's what I call institutions. And but they treated them like prisoners. And then we got them out of there to where they could live in the community, be like anybody else. And then I moved down here. When I retired up there, I moved down here, and I noticed they needed help with them. A lot of people still to this day does not know there is help out there for them. So I try to guide them, show them where they can go, what they can get. But there's so many people that don't know. There is agencies out there that can help them in all ways. In any form, we've got it, but we need more. Some of them do it just to have the prestige, I guess. There is some that have it in their heart. We need more to have it in their heart.
So when you talk about care, because again, you have a son, an adoptive son that has special needs. You're a guardian of another. What is the challenges that you see every day? Like, what is that challenge when you don't have the care that you need?
I do a lot of fighting with them. Not with my boys, but with whoever I'm trying to get the help with. They don't understand. People need to sit back and picture one of their children as a special need, or live with a special need for a week, and they'll see the difference. They'll see the difference. I love them.
And you can tell that so much just by talking with you.
They're my boys. Yeah. People look at us because, like, Mike is be 55 tomorrow, and he calls me Mom, and when we're out, people look at me like, Mom? And I'm like, yes, that's my son. So yeah, I love it.
How can we, from your standpoint, from your point of view, how can we best educate ourselves on either Special Olympics or those who are dealing with some sort of special need?
I'd say work with them, get to know, pick one, get to know them. And the more you get to know them and do for them, the more you will see out there. And then just picture them as if they're one of your children. And what you would do for your child. Well, whatever you would do for your child, you can do for these. It doesn't matter. Whatever the kid next door can have, these guys can have. Yeah. The only difference is these guys are more loving. They're so loving that you get better love out of them than your own kids. And I've got 5. But yeah, I get more love out of them than I fix them their meals. Thank you, Mom. I wash their clothes. Thank you, Mom. Your own kids don't do that. These guys thank me for everything. I love them.
Shirley, thank you so much. Thank you for your time. When we come back, we're going to hear from her son, AJ, kind of get to hear what he gets to experience with Special Olympics. But again, the expansion or this announcement of having the expansion of access of care for those with special needs is so incredibly important. Shirley, once again, thank you so much. Okay. Stick with us here on Mornings on Main Street. We'll be right back.
There's a lot to consider when it comes to choosing a Medicare plan. That's where Health Markets Insurance Agency can help. Independent licensed insurance agents who work with Health Markets can answer your questions about the different parts of Medicare, when you can enroll, benefits, costs, and more. Speak to a local licensed insurance agent today to get started on your Medicare journey.
I'm so excited about this new show.
Dino Trek is back again this year. It's bigger than we've ever had it before.
When they're about 5 months old, we'll start seeing them sticking their head out of the pouch, or you might see a foot come out or a tail.
It's like an Airbnb for Joey's. Now, you're not going to see all 3 of them together because cats in general don't get along unless it's time to get along, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
lions and tigers and bears.
Oh, my.
Well, we're 2/3 of the way there. It's animals, nature, and fun. That's what we're all about. But during that time, we hope that you also learn something, that you're inspired to want to learn something.
What's new at the zoo with Jim Bar 2.
Catch At the Zoo exclusively on Main Street Media TV. Check our on-screen TV guide for days and times.
Music City will be rocking June 23rd through the 25th with a different sound. The sound of NASCAR. The Ally 400 is back at Nashville Superspeedway, and this year, it's a night race. NASCAR in Nashville. It's guitars and fast cars under the lights. Visit NashvilleSuperspeedway.com to get your tickets today for the triple header weekend.
Welcome back. So I now have Special Olympic Ambassador with me. I have AJ Lawhorn. First off, AJ, thanks so much for talking with me.
You're welcome.
First off, tell me, what do you love most about Special Olympics?
Meeting new people.
Why do you like that? What is it about new people that you love, love about them?
I can show them what I can do, and they can show me what they can do.
Speaking of what you can do, you are a golfer. You are out and about. You are doing so much with Special Olympics. Tell me about what you do within Special Olympics in addition to golf, and tell me about golf as well.
Well, I started in 2007. I used to swim, bowl, basketball, bocce, pretty much every sport.
Do you really? How do you make time for all of those sports?
I don't. I just quit all the sports and stay with golf.
Well, I'm so curious about golf because you've not been golfing that long, but you've already been, you placed first or second?
I went to Hilton Head, came in second. Went to Florida, came in third.
Came in third. How often do you practice?
Honestly?
Honestly. But yes, be honest.
None.
Not?
I mean, I do, but I don't.
Right. You're just that talented.
Yeah.
I love that. Tell me about your hat and what I'm seeing with the different buttons.
Well, this hat we got from Florida for the USA Games, and we had Tennessee paints to trade them all around the countries and states. I got enough.
I'd say you have a few. So what's next for you? Where are you headed to next?
Well, right now, I'm at 9 holes in golf. I'm trying to get to 18.
18, okay.
By myself.
Have you tried yet for 18?
Not yet.
Not yet, but you will. You're going to do it, though. I know you will. AJ, thank you so much. It's
You're
so
welcome.
nice meeting you. Again, AJ Lawhorn, the Special Olympics ambassador, and we are so happy to have you and look forward to maybe catching up with you in the future.
You too.
Awesome sauce. Thanks. Thanks for joining us for this morning's Mornings on Main Street. We hope you have a fantastic rest of the day. We'll see you back here tomorrow.